What's up, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. Yes, we're a little bit late today, but you know what? Better late than never. What's going on, Sky Squad? I see y'all coming in the building. Listen, if you are in the chatterization right now, let me know where you guys are watching from. As you guys can see, the background's a little bit different. I am in the hotel. The movers came and they picked up all the items. So officially out of that building into this temporary building before we hit the road this weekend. Okay, now who we got in the house today? We got Oakland, Philly, Tulsa, Torrance, Austin, Baton Rouge, Ohio, Macon, Georgia, Brooklyn. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all in the chatterization. Today, we're going to be talking about GIZELLE Bryant has some thoughts on Monique and Candiace that are a little bit shocking. And then we got to talk about that live that LATOYA forever did. You know, LATOYA is the newest housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She did a live today where she kind of ambushed her husband a little bit. We're going to get into that. We're going to discuss it. Shout out to my boo. Who tagged me on it? I think it was ATL Pretty Girl on Instagram that tagged me on it. So happened to see it. So thank you for that. Like I said, if y'all see something, say something, tag me in it on IG. So at least I know what's going on. That way we as a community can commentate on it. Okay. First things first, let's get into this GIZELLE Bryant news. Now, GIZELLE did an interview with our good friends over at Behind the Velvet Rope with David Yontef podcast. If you haven't checked out his podcast, you better get on over there and do so because he interviews a lot of our favorite reality TV stars. So definitely check him out. But he interviewed GIZELLE, okay? And of course, she was asked about the fight between Monique and Candiace, okay? And of course, listen, this is the topic du jour, okay, right now. So obviously she's going to be talking about it. She said that my thoughts are that the altercation had zero to do with Charisse Jackson Jordan and what Charisse was saying and the rumors and all that. It had nothing to do with that. I will tell you from sources that I have heard from as well that this is definitely the case. It was not in regards to Charisse Jackson Jordan at all, or did it have anything to do with those rumors going around either. So, and once you guys see how it actually started, you're probably going to be in shock. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. GIZELLE said, to this day, my thoughts are that it was the silliest, most unnecessary altercation under the sun. And again, I'm telling y'all, when you finally see it, you're going to be like, what? Anyway, GIZELLE says, I feel like Monique has always had some issue with Candiace that she's never kind of expressed. Maybe it's jealousy, okay? She said Candiace came around and love her or hate her. Candiace is Candiace. You know, she's got a slick mouth. She is annoying, but we like her because she decides to show up in her own skin with all of her antics. And I think maybe Monique doesn't like that. I don't know. I felt like it should have never happened. Okay. That is what she says. She says, I've been here since day one. I don't want to see this show turn into something that we aren't. We aren't women that go around and knock each other upside the head. I mean, you probably also shouldn't be women that, you know, go around and create stories on each other either and try to destroy each other's families. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you gracefully for that super chat. So in the chatterization, let me know whether or not you guys think that Monique Samuels is jealous of that good Candiace Dillard Bassett. And I'm just going to go ahead and see it. I don't really believe that. Okay. That's just not what I think. Someone said that the video was going in and out. Let me know if you guys can see me. It seems to be going clearly over here. Let me know whether you guys can see and hear me clearly. Okay. Just say I can see you, but then also still answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Someone says that, it was a really good comment. Corey says, I think GIZELLE is projecting. She has always been jealous of Monique. You know, it seems to me as though GIZELLE has had it out for Monique ever since the day she found out that she had 4 homes. I don't think that Monique is jealous of Candiace. I don't think that Candiace is jealous of Monique. I don't think that that is the issue that they have with each other. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that I personally just think that Candiace and Monique had a genuine friendship. I think that basically what happened between the two of them is that aspects of the show got in the way of that friendship, and it just became easy to tear the two of them apart, right? That's what I feel like happened. I feel like I kind of feel like this whole situation with GIZELLE not really kind of feeling Monique at all, I feel like that had something to do with maybe them sort of pulling at Candiace to sort of get in on all of these rumors and such. But that could just be my assumption. I don't know. But that's how I feel. I feel like it's two people who had a genuine friendship and then it fell apart. And I feel like that's why it is what it is. Okay. Someone said the video keeps going in and out. Okay, well, we'll be brief. Okay, we'll be definitely brief, and I'll fix this internet issue tonight. Okay. Here's the other thing. I want to get into this LATOYA Ali situation. Did any of you guys happen to catch her live today that she did with her husband? Thank you, Destiny, for this super chat. I really appreciate you. We're going to get into this about, and again, shout out to my girl on Instagram, ATL Pretty Girl, who basically notified me of this. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at a small portion captured by our good friends over at the Peach Report Daily. Make sure you guys are following them on Instagram and Twitter because they do give y'all a lot of tea, okay? They give y'all a lot of tea. We can talk about the tea too. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the video, and then I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. And it's crazy.
At the end of the day, they know the truth.
What the truth?
They know the truth. Killer maker. They know who the trigger points. They know facts.
All right, but what they do know is you're not affectionate. In all the vlogs, you don't show me love, right? And the only time you ever want to romance me is when the children are involved. When's the last time you romanced me? Okay, the only romantic thing that you did for me.
This is not the platform for this.
The only romantic.
What is the point of all of this?
Yeah, the only time you were ever romantic for me is the gender reveal for Aya. So what other romantic things have you done?
Do you really want me to put your place in front of how many people in here? 2,500?
Sure.
Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know, this is LATOYA Forever, aka LATOYA Ali. She's the new cast member on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And basically what happened was, let me give you guys the premise and I'll keep going. She was doing a live earlier today, and I happened to see the live as I was, as the movers were going to and fro, but I just kept pushing it, right? So she ended up doing this live, and her husband, because they still live together, but they are supposed to be separating, I guess. He ends up calling her name. So she ends up bringing the camera into the room and then basically to say hi to the people on Instagram. And then she starts in on this conversation about the two of them and him not being affectionate. And that's where we are right here.
Let me tell you something, man.
I take accountability.
Woke men don't leave good women. That's all I have to say.
Woke men don't leave good women?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a good woman.
You're not. You missed the whole point there.
No, I am a good woman because you don't want to leave me. So do you want to explain?
See them eyeballs coming out? Huh. I don't need to spend nothing.
What does it mean?
The world knows. You can front all you want for these people. They know what's going on up in here.
What's going on?
They know. You can act a dumb, go on live stream, catch me by surprise. You know it like I know. You know what's going on. So
what's going on?
Don't play dumb with me. I don't do these fake shit.
I'm not doing. See, we need to have some kind of understanding, some kind of relationship, although we are going our separate ways. I think that we should be able to.
But this is not the way, like you're coming to me out of nowhere.
I just told you to say hi.
No, you asking questions.
Should I leave?
With your phone, yeah.
All right. Say bye.
You see? They're like, this is not the place for this. It's not.
It's not.
The problem is you are stuck in a bubble. You don't know what's reality and what's this.
How do you figure that?
It's facts.
No. I'm having a conversation with my people. You called me. I came upstairs. I asked you if you want to say hi. So what's the problem? At the end of the day, we still live under the same house, the same roof. So what's the issue? Everyone say bye to Adam.
This is not the stage for this.
It's not the stage. So you called me in here.
So, just to give you guys a little more context, my girl ATL Pretty Girl, when she chimed in, she said that clearly he didn't want to be on her live. Her family member came on her live after that and told her that she was wrong. And she also said it's not like they sat down to talk. She was already on live getting dressed, doing her makeup and checking on their kids. He called her name for something and she took advantage of the moment. I totally agree with that. It does definitely seem like a little bit of an ambush. But you look at them in this photo and honestly, they look like a great couple. Like, I mean, on the surface, that's how they look like, oh, y'all two should be together. Okay. I like it. I'm here for it. But what I was not here for is this whole live situation. And I did feel like she put him on blast a little bit. And it did seem kind of embarrassing. And apparently the live is not up on her page anymore. So you can't even go back and see it. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it felt like she was putting this information out there for people to see. And he was not on board with that. And I just feel like if you're going to be having a conversation like that and you want to make this into a moment, you got to prep him for that conversation first. Because y'all know a lot of, these like YouTube couples and stuff like that. They like to have these difficult conversations and whatnot on the camera. But at the end of the day, that didn't seem to me to feel like the right moment for him. And I wasn't really mad at his response, though, because he seemed like he wasn't really here for it at all. I don't know. And I don't know. It was so many weird little things about it. Like she's talking to him, but she's looking at the camera the whole time. So it just felt very cringy to me. And I don't know what the overall objective of this whole situation was supposed to be, because I just felt like it was wrong. It was handled all wrong. You know what I'm saying? Tailored V says, Richie, it's no prepping that was planned because it seemed like it was fake or for clout. Let Love Rain says it was fake. SP says that live looks so fake. Woo, woo. Yeah, Carmelita, I agree. He was being honest and saying now is not the time. Of course. Elaine says, why does it always seem like right before a show is about to start, there's always drama? Listen, I mean, again, Joshua, I feel you. Joshua says, this is my introduction to her. This isn't a good look. And I kind of feel you on that. Even if she felt like that and she's been feeling like that, probably the best place to have stated this would have been in either therapy that maybe have been filmed for the show or in a confessional. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This just seemed very odd to me. And it definitely seems odd that we're seeing so much of the storyline before it actually plays out on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is there going to be left for us to see when the show actually airs? And he was looking at her like, girl, what you doing this right now? Like, I don't know. I felt like, I agree with you. It felt like she baited him. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. When I initially heard about her joining the show, I was kind of excited because I was like, oh, she seems young, fresh. They have like this nice little, marriage, or at least, it was at one point in time what it seemed to be that way. And then, the news was starting to come out more and more about, them two going through this whole, divorce or separation. And I was like, because I always feel like a lot of these shows, in order to keep Housewives fresh, you are going to need some you're going to need to keep refreshing the cast every couple of seasons. Like, we're going to continuously need new cast members, new marriages, new housewives. Even if they're single, we need new people on there to keep it fresh and exciting. And I felt like because of her, fan base, obviously people like her. So, I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, this is going to be perfect. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Now, I know that a lot of you guys were contrasting this with the Monique and Candiace situation because that was real. Again, I do feel like friendship going bad and going down the hill. And y'all know on these shows, when you have two people who become friends, like real genuine girlfriends or whatever like that, or even guy friends or whatever, and those relationships go sour on the show, they really go sour. And usually I almost feel like, Monique is looking at a lot of things, and she's looking at people sideways, like trying to figure out like who's really real, who's on my team and who's not on my team. And I feel like at this point in time, she doesn't feel like Candiace is on her team. And it almost seems to me like Candiace is not really sure where Monique's anger is coming from. She's just not feeling that Monique is agitated. She doesn't like that. She's not cool with it. So now you have two people who are going at each other in their confessionals, but not saying anything to each other about what their real issue is. And to be quite frank with you, again, and I said it earlier, they needed another sit down, come to Jesus together to work that thing out. And it probably could have been squashed before it really blows up next week. You know what I'm saying? At least squashed to the point where they could have been amicable. But I feel like this is like a fast forward version of who is a good example of Phaedra and Kandi. I'm talking about before Phaedra ended up doing what she did in season 9. I'm talking about how their friendship was on the demise and on the decline in earlier seasons because Kandi seemingly was, befriending Apollo while Phaedra was going through the divorce with him. So you could so slowly start to see the cracks in that relationship, and it just became bigger and bigger and bigger until it really ultimately exploded in really the worst way. And I feel like this situation is kind of similar to me because it's really going to explode in the worst way, but this feels like an accelerated version of that to me. And I understand that there are some differences. Kandi and Phaedra obviously knew each other longer. I mean, I get all that. I'm just sort of making a comparison about how friendships can combust on these shows. But I don't feel like Monique is jealous of Candiace in any way, shape, or form. I feel like Monique has a very, based on what we see on the show, she has a very fulfilling and busy life. And I don't think she's, hurting in the coins department. So I don't understand why she would be jealous of anybody else on the show in that regard. That didn't make sense to me why Gizelle would say that. I didn't get that. But that's just me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think either one of them. I don't know that it comes from a place of jealousy with the two of them. Maybe I'm seeing something that, I don't know, but I don't feel like Candiace is jealous of Monique. I just feel like they're two friends who are extremely agitated with each other. And I feel like there's a level of hurt there that is not being discussed. Helene said it correct. It's too many instigators. I absolutely agree with that. I agree with you, Penny. I think you hit it on the head. I think Monique is hurt because she thought they were close. Somebody else said something really good. Watching the tea spill. Oh, I get that. Says, I don't have to be jealous not to like you. People mix up respect for jealousy. I absolutely agree with you on that point. And Virgin A, you are absolutely correct as well. None of us are there, so who really knows? What we do know is that this is going to explode this coming week. Okay? Leandra said, if Richie reviewed 90 Days, I'll never get off his chest. I tried it at one point in time, but it's just so many shows on right now. that it sometimes becomes difficult to keep up with all the news surrounding every show. So I really have to kind of hone in on a few. And if I can, I'll try to get back into the mix with that. Yeah. Terry says Monique is not jealous, just controlling. And she on her, I think on her Twitter, she said she kind of admitted to being a control freak. Yeah, this is basically my standpoint on, and I agree with you, Thick Girl 40. Gizelle tries hard to keep the drama going and hides her hands and then looks surprised, shaking my head. That is the case. CC Freak says, what happened to AfterBuzz? Well, I had to leave there in 2018 when I moved, but I think they might be taking a break during for the pandemic. If you're asking about what's something happening currently. Do I watch Lovecraft Country? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really interested in watching it because I've heard it's really, really good. Lorda says Gizelle is a good Bravo employee. I'm just saying. Listen, I think that I told y'all once before. I think that Gizelle is doing her job. She's doing her job. She's doing it well, and I feel like, you know, she's making the storylines go around. And I just hate that sometimes it seems like it doesn't matter how low it goes. I just feel like there should also be a line that, you know, they don't cross in order to make entertainment. And I feel like sometimes she just goes a little low. Elaine asks, what do I think of Gizelle's children not feeling their parents getting back together? Those babies aren't here for it. Well, you know, it's interesting. I think that obviously she's the parent, so at the end of the day, she's going to make her own decisions. But I think it's very telling that these girls are very, very smart, because we know what we've all seen in the headlines regarding this man. And I'm not saying that people can't change, because maybe he has not. I don't know. But what I do know is they don't trust it. And for some reason, neither do I. And I feel like she raised 3 very wise, independent thinking girls. And to a certain degree, I feel like if the kids aren't even here for it, you gotta at some point step back and think, maybe there is something here that I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have to see how that comes out. See if you guys had any more questions. Katrina says Jill's trying to be employee of the month. Look, she's trying to get that Christmas bonus, okay? I don't really think that's the case. I don't see that being the case here. Do y'all think Monique can have a comeback story like Porsha did? I honestly hope so. I think that it is almost the equivalent of what happened with Porsha and Kenya in that during that reunion. And I think that it shows, I think it would be nice to continue to follow her story to see where they end up. Because if you look at Porsha and Kenya last season, anything's possible. And they were on the verge of friendship. I mean, until the end of last season. I'm just looking for any more questions. I saw another good one. That would be fun. All right, y'all. Let me hop off this live and let me get some rest or whatever. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Y'all know I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow, probably a lot earlier in the day, so that I can give you guys the tea. I'll be right here in this good hotel room, giving you guys whatever we want to comment on tomorrow. Whatever's popping tomorrow, we'll be on it. And make sure you guys stay locked in also send me a text message so I can add you to the texting community, so I can get you guys all the latest videos as soon as they're about to drop. I can text them to you, and I will catch you guys in the next video.